Pump your brakes. Pump your brakes. You gotta stop.
Check out the best new podcast out here. Ain't no stopping these guys.
You gotta stop. The only guys worth watching.
Addressing gang violence in the community, addressing gun violence, addressing prostitution, addressing STDs, and so putting all that in one message, trying to deliver it to our community, man.
Today we'll be discussing Charleston White and also LeBron James, who just started a podcast.
I know what I bring to the table every single night, and what I can do out on this floor. So. I always feel like I'm the best to ever play this game.
Cue the intro. Charleston White's a prophet. LeBron's the best basketball player I ever seen. Diddy ain't never hurt nobody. He's a good guy. He could be innocent.
Nah, man, you gotta stop.
Come on, man, wait.
You gotta stop.
Anthony Edwards is really Michael Jordan's son.
You gotta stop, dog. You gotta stop.
You gotta stop. Everyone's podcasting, but we're the only guys worth watching. Big facts. Big facts.
These guys are so funny. I don't ever want them to stop.
Yeah, welcome to You Gotta Stop, the first official episode. I hope everyone out there is enjoying the pilot. This is one of your hosts, Daylight Morning Star.
Boy, Flight School Free, Rap Wojnarowski.
Yeah, man. Welcome, guys. Let me tell you something. I think the first episode is epic. I just want people to continue to comment, share. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your dislikes. Comment, man.
Like, subscribe, and hit that link, that notification button and shit, man. Go follow our YouTube.
We post anything new, any shorts.
Go follow our YouTube channel, you know what I mean? You gotta stop, you know what I mean? YUH. You know how to spell gotta, and you know how to spell stop, man. You know what I mean?
That's it. And if you don't, then you gotta stop, pause, and fix that. All right? Aside from that, man, today's topic of choice, guys. I think it's a topic that a lot of people have tried to address. But I think they attached a lot of bias and misconceptions to this topic and this particular person. And the person I'm talking about is Charleston White. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say the nuisance Charleston White. I say Charleston White, the prophet. Let me explain why. Because Charleston White came and he erased the proverbial blackboard and he said, hold up, all of this bullshit about this gangsterism, I'm going to test your jaw and test your chin. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these rappers, man, that are serving up the public all these misconceptions of how they live their lives. You know what I'm saying? All of these fake drug peddlers, fake gangsters, you know what I mean? That are adding to mass incarceration. You know what I'm saying? Adding to some of the problems that Black people just historically keep revisiting. And we can't just make it disappear. And so, I'm not saying the brother's perfect, but I think that, he attacked something that needed to be exposed. And a lot of y'all needed to be exposed, man.
No, nobody's perfect. That's the we're gonna start there. Nobody's perfect. That's one. And I think what he did is put a mirror in the Black community face and shit. And take accountability, you know what I mean? I think when it comes to accountability, females in the Black community don't know how to take accountability.
I can't do it.
You understand me? I think a lot of us men, we love to run around and say, females accountability is like a disease to female. That word is not in a dictionary and shit. But it's also not in the dictionary of the Black community, to be honest with you and shit. I think we still regurgitating the same old bullshit, you know what I mean? The same rules, the same morals that we seen that shit never got nobody nowhere. No street dude ever got his jersey hung up in the rafters. You understand me? He's either dead or jail and shit. Nobody retires with a pension, 401k, none of that. So at the end of the day, streets is poison. The streets is backwards. Troy Ave used to say the streets is a myth, but I'm not even wrong with his saying this shit. I'm gonna just say the streets has no accountability. And Charleston White makes you accountable for your actions, and niggas don't like that.
Yo, here's the thing, man. You know, accountability is key, but it's responsibility too. You know what I'm saying? People lost the responsibility of community, saying that, hey, you know what? I'm a part of this. You know what I mean? When you walk into a neighborhood and you see garbage on the floor and you walk past it, you're a part of the problem.
You're a part of the problem. What I'm saying?
You're a part of the problem because you're not doing anything to pick it up, change something, speak out. You know, in Islam, you know, and I'm not trying to convert anybody. They say that if you see evil, the first thing you can do is speak of it.
It's crazy, right?
You know
my boy
told me. Or you can change it with your hands or hate it in your heart. You know what I'm saying?
My boy, like, piggybacking off of what you just said, because my boy told me a story the other day. And he was like, where he live and shit, I mean, they fixing up the elevators in the building and shit. He live in the projects and shit. I mean, shout out to my boy Slaps and shit. And he was telling me, like, they fix up the projects. And before, used to have a lot of pee in the projects. So he was riding the project the other day, the new elevators, and there was this dude in the elevator with him. And he was like, he just happened to say, like, damn, I'm glad that, I mean, the new elevators look good. It's crazy that nobody peed in it yet and shit. And the dude was like, somebody kind of did already. But I seen it. And I went in my house, got the mop, and I cleaned it up. He said, because I figured if somebody else come and see it, now they're going to think it's okay.
That's the free pass.
Yeah. So it's like,
so
it's like what you're saying is like that one little gesture right there to clean up the elevator, and then somebody else behind him come and see the shit clean. They going to have to take the initiative to keep it clean. But if somebody came in and they seen that piss on the corner, and they like, damn, I gotta take a piss. They won't wait to get to their apartment. Okay, somebody did it here. Let me do the same thing. So you have to police where you live, and I think we don't do a lot of that. You understand? We want to police.
Not anymore.
We don't. We want to police each other, but we don't police our surroundings. I think it starts with our surroundings first and shit. You understand me? And then if we police our surroundings, then it's easier to police each other and shit.
Yo, if I just want to share something, man. Let's break down this word responsibility. Let's look at the scenario that he gave you about pissing the elevator, right? And so, what is responsibility? And we look it down, you know what I'm saying? There's right to left and left to right, right? We tend to write this way, right? And that's left to right. You know what I'm saying? If we look right to left, you look at the word and you'll see able, and you'll see respond. And it's the ability to respond. That's responsibility, right? You having the ability to respond. So if I see piss in the elevator, I can respond like, hey, this is a free pass. Or hey, let me go get my mop and mop this up because this is not the norm. This is not what I want to see. And I don't want to give this person a free pass. I have a responsibility because I live in the building. So I see it, I have to respond. And that's what I try to teach my boys. Like when you see things, don't walk past it. If you know that this is matter out of place, I got an idea called matter out of place. If you see dirt, sweep that shit up. You understand? And so Charleston White saw a lot of dirt and he started to sweep it up. First though, here it is. And a lot of people don't like doing this. The brother cleaned up himself because he was a criminal. You know what I mean? If you know his story, he's a criminal. And so he came home and said, yo, I'm gonna be a community activist. But the first thing you had to do was clean up yourself. Be responsible for yourself and say, hey, I am going to be a part of this community and I'm going to try to make it better. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to use all of this heart that God gave me to say, yeah, what's up, nigga? And fight against my brothers to fight for us. You understand? And to stop the oppression and to quench the aggression that we have against each other and not to back down. So, yo, brother, here's your flowers, man. I give you flowers. Again, we're imperfect human beings, but A brother that's daring to stand up to stop the bullshit should get some help and should be applauded. You know what I'm saying?
I rock with Charleston White, bro. And I mean, I have no issues with Charleston White and shit that he says. I find a lot of stuff entertaining. I think people try to shame people, and they try to they come with this quote unquote, you're not real if you sit down and listen to, like, you don't, ain't no one man could tell you what the definition of real is. You understand me? Every man has some real in them. Every man has some fake in them. So the realest dude that's telling you, I mean, how to keep it real, is something in him that's fake. You understand me? So you can't. What real is what your definition of real. You understand me? If you're a square, then you're real in your own little bubble. Be that. You don't have to try to be anything outside of that. You understand me? So I just want to get that out the way real quick. But Charleston White is a good dude, man. I don't hate him. I don't look at anything he says is wrong. People say bad things. People say good things. You understand me? But you gotta take the good with the bad. I think he's just I think he does more good than harm. I think a lot of people look at the shit that he says when he says a lot of the shock value shit. But he's saying it with a purpose. You understand me? To open your eyes. Niggas
I'm gonna ask a rhetorical question.
Niggas get
Why
mad.
do we have so many unsolved murders and cases in Black communities?
Because the Black community trained us, I mean, that the police is our enemies. So now nobody wants to talk. It's this code, this code.
Cops and robbers.
Yeah, this code of keeping it real, no snitching. And I think a lot of people get that code fucked up because the majority of the people they look up to already told already.
Facts.
I think these niggas don't understand when you got like the dudes that's running the drug game, the big dudes that's that's moving the weight throughout the. They work with police too. You understand me?
Facts.
In order to sustain you in that life, in the drug game, in the illegal life, in order to sustain that status, you have to work with police. Ain't nobody reached a certain level of stature and is doing it without the help and without police in the pocket. So at the end of the day, like, the hood just trained us wrong. It's like if you seen a little girl, cause like, all right, check it out. I won't break something down. This little girl went to the store the other day. She was 19 years old, and this little dude tried to bag her up. She's like, "No, I'm good." He stabbed her and killed her. You understand me? He stabbed her and killed her and shit. So where do we draw the line? Now people are saying, "Oh, he need to get a headshot. He need this. He need that." But majority of the people that's saying that, if they seen that kid, they wouldn't have did nothing to the kid. They wouldn't have reported that kid to the police. They wouldn't have given him the headshot. You understand me? They would just go about their business. But everybody, wants to be this morally tough person. Oh, he don't deserve jail. He deserved death. Yeah, he probably deserved death. But he also deserved to get picked up by the police if the police got their hands on him first. You understand me? I just look at it that way. Like, is either police catch him or the streets do justice. But at the end of the day, the street justice is just talk.
I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I've watched the passing of time, and I realize as things progress, right, men's character gets softer. I'm gonna explain. In the 60s and 70s, I think it was the 60s, like 68, 69, across America was this thing called a free lunch program. And it was started by the Black Panthers. People in the community saying that, hey, you know what? There's some kids that only get like one meal a day. And that's either lunch or dinner. You know what I'm saying? So the brothers in their community, the brothers and the sisters in their community had a sense of community first. They got together and they said, yo, we're going to feed the kids. And we're going to feed them at a point there that they're all gonna meet up. So let's all go to the school with breakfast sandwiches. And, here comes free breakfast and free lunch. And to take power away from those brothers in the community, the government got involved and said, hold up, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna start giving free breakfast and free lunch as well and serve everybody in the community. And we'll partner with you. And then slowly but surely they pushed you out and extinguished you because you could come to the school now and it's the school, the government giving it to you. Vote Democrat. You know what I mean? But my point is this, is that it's something that was done before, man, that we're stronger when we're together. And I don't know why people don't see that right now, why we ain't talking to each other and organizing. And I got to say this point, brothers, sisters, with whatever you use to rep your gang or your organization, if you are not improving your neighborhood and your community and your gang banging, you need to stop.
If you're not improving it, you're enjoying it.
If you're in an organization and you guys would not teach the stuff that's in your organization to your kids, then why are you in the organization? You know what I'm saying? If you can't look at your daughter, your son in the eye and say, hey, yo, these are the things that I want to teach you. This is why I wear this flag. This is why I wear this bead. This is why I wear this hat to represent this. And you won't pass it on, then you already know that shit is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because anything good, you're going to pass on.
Yeah, man, getting back to the topic here. So I don't see nothing wrong. I don't have an issue with Charleston White like people try. I think people just trying to find issue with him because he speaks truth. I think like when he disrespects the dead and wakes people up, it gets people attention. But he said some small shit. He's like, we sit down and listen to rap music, and we disrespect the dead through our rap music. We disrespect bitches through our rap music. We used to champion rape culture. It ain't no fun if my homies can't have none.
Yeah, that's true.
You understand me? And it's like I said at the beginning, he put a mirror up to the community to look at their flaws, and I think nobody wants to look at their flaws. I seen a video the other day where he was going in on Gillie, and he was disrespecting Gillie Kid, and I remember looking at the situation because I seen it when it first started. When Gillie responded, somebody actually hit up Gillie in a text and was telling Gillie like, yo, you know what I mean? You check this dude, Charleston White. He's like, I don't want to hear about Charleston White. The nigga's a sucker, this, that, and the third. So some way, somehow that text got back to Charleston White. Charleston White went on this rant and started disrespecting his son. It was like, yo, listen, if that was my son, I would have snitched. You know what I mean? Son, you keeping this ghetto mentality up is the reason why your son got killed and shit. You understand me? You know what I mean? He's following in your footsteps and shit. You know what I mean? It's like you have to know when to separate. If you're in a certain light now, you're in a certain light. You can't say, yo, I'm getting signed in $10 million contracts and then talk about, yo, you know what I mean? I'm here to save the hood. The hood don't really care about you saving the hood. Because look what the hood just now showed you. Your son is not worth nothing. They just snatched the son. So, you understand me? So I think when people seen Charleston White go just crazy disrespectful, when I seen that, I didn't laugh because I was like, damn, that's sad, and I know that hurts Gillie and shit. That's a touchy situation. But at the same time, you can't be too mad at Charleston White, right, for how he react, right? When you can't be mad at the person for their reaction and shit. So at the end of the day, I don't think Charleston White, I mean, really, all he did was defend himself against Gillie. And when I seen that, I looked at it, it's like, damn, it's like fucked up what he said. But then you can't tell somebody how to react when they defending themselves and shit. So it's like night and day. You know what I mean? Good and bad. It was a bad move, but that's what he felt. And I think the way I looked at it, I'm like, he ready to crash out. What he's basically saying is like, Gillie, when we see each other, this is how I feel about you, and I'm leaving no gray areas. So when we see each other, this is what it is. Ain't no conversation to be had between us. If you say who you are, then you have to prove it to me. That's how I took that.
You know, I used to live in Brooklyn, 1537 Nostrand Avenue. I say that to say there was a pastor. His name was Pastor R.L. Jackson. And he was the head of this church called Zoe Ministry. And I remember this man vividly. You either hated it or loved this man, because he was going to go up there and he was going to talk the truth, because he's seen you every day. So if he saw Miss Penny smoking weed and going down the crack block, on Tuesday, he was going to talk about it on Sunday.
Facts.
And he was going to describe it, and everybody was going to know who he's talking about. And then people would get up and walk out. People would make remarks. They would get so mad. And I'm like, damn, look at them, mad at the truth. They came to church looking for the truth, right? So there's people that possess all of the beefs that I seen Charleston White get into. I laughed at them because I said, whoa, look at these tough guys in their feelings. Because I see the roles getting rehearsed, because they bumped it into this crazy one-eyed dude that's willing to crash out and willing to disrespect you on the levels that you have disrespected people on, and not be afraid of your connections and the people that you check in with and all of that shit. I'm not afraid of that. And I'm ready to die for what I believe in. And that's why I said in the beginning, I was playing, I said, Charleston White's a prophet, is because, people are afraid of him the way they was afraid of Jesus. You hear me? They afraid of that man. You know what I'm saying? And I love it. I love to see.
He's here for a reason. He's here with a purpose. But you won't understand his purpose and his reasoning until he's no longer.
And that's the shame. You know much people. I'm Jamaican, and if you can't tell, do you realize that Jamaicans, and this is, it's going to add up into the Charleston White conversation. You can have a great man like Bob Marley in Jamaica, and my kids go to school here, and them not really teach about Bob Marley here. They don't play Bob Marley here on the radio. You would think that every day on each radio they would be celebrating Bob, right? No. Jamaicans don't love Bob. I tell you that. One, love your backside. They didn't love Bob while he was alive, and they don't love or appreciate Bob now. And I'm a Jamaican, and I'm telling you that. Why? Because Bob spoke the truth, and he fought against bullshit. And anybody that speaks the truth and fight against bullshit ain't gonna find no love on this planet.
And so crazy, as you said, they don't love him. They didn't love him then, and they don't love him now. Those are the same people that was up in arms when they didn't get a whole leap of Jamaicans to act in this movie. You understand me? So it's crazy how you said that. I mean, but those are the people that was the loudest.
Loudest.
With their
and you don't say don't love Bob. When was the last time you played a Bob record? You know what I'm saying? And there's people that only look at Charleston White's page to see if he got hurt. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like you see somebody shut him up. Because he's changing your perception and your definition of what real is. You know what I'm saying?
I remember Al Sharpton once said some shit at some award show, and he was like, there's a lot of people that don't want me here. He's like a lot of basically haters. And he said, I take pride into waking up in the morning and going to work. Because another day at work means another day I'm making these guys hate me even more. You understand me? I love that shit. When he said that shit, I went crazy of trying to find that clip right there. So I made a rap song called Al Sharpton and shit. I even shot a video for that shit. Went to the Boogie Down Bronx. Had to go back to the Essence. Shot the video. It had to be, I wanted to be grimy, grainy. Yeah, I shot a video for Al Sharpton and shit. It was off of that speech right there. I'm like, yo, I never heard a nigga say that shit. I'm with my girl in the crib watching like the BET Awards.
This was Skinny Al? Skinny Al or Flip Al?
This was the old Al. This is old Al because this was like 2011, 2012 when LeBron was on LeBron went to the Heats and shit. I mean, I'm with my girl in the crib and shit watching BET Awards, and they gave him some like a Lifetime Achievement awards and shit. And he came on stage, gave his speech, and he's like, "Yo, there's a lot of people for years that, now I mean, didn't want me in this position. You understand me? Like they wish something bad happened to me. So every day when my motivation is waking up and getting to work. Because once I go to work and I know I clock in, you know what I mean, that's another 8 hours of the day. You understand me? Of frustration for these people that don't want to see me here and shit. I mean, I was like, yo, that's like the illest shit that somebody ever said.
Yo, bro, I visited the United States in 1984. From 1984 till now, Al Sharpton has been at the forefront of Black and brown people's issues. Big up Al Sharpton, man. I personally was there for Yusuf Hawkins and Tawana Brawley. And Al, you a bad motherfucker. Charleston White, you a bad motherfucker, man. Glad to have you on the winning side, man. All you haters, y'all gotta stop. I gotta stop.
What's the name once worked with the FBI too? He was an informant. You know that, right?
Who, Al?
Yeah, Al Sharpton was once an informant for the FBI.
I wouldn't put it past Al.
And war wires and all that shit. I think Al used to be a pimp back in the days.
I wouldn't put it past Al.
Man.
I wouldn't put it past Al, man. Listen, the 70s, you saw that hairstyle, bro? Yeah, first of all, Al is still alive. So Al is like the Project Roach, bro. It's a testament, you know? And that's not a disrespect, Al.
Definitely not.
You know what I mean? And we said a lot about, the Charleston White issue, man. Charleston White beefed with a lot of people, T.I., Bootsy, you know what I'm saying? So much. Whack 100.
Gillie, Whack 100. A lot of people.
A lot of people, man. And, he's still alive. There's a lot of people that talk that death, murder, kill shit. But when you are organized, I think Raekwon said it the best. You got guns too. What up, son, dude? You know what I'm saying? It's like, hold up. You got that, I got that. You willing to shoot, I'm willing to shoot. Peace. Yo, I ain't got no problem.
And that's the thing, he shows a lot of these niggas. Y'all niggas out here doing this shit the wrong way. I'm a licensed gun owner. And all I do is collect guns. So you got videos where he's just showing his whole gun collection. Like, nigga, this is what I sleep with this. I eat with this. You know what I mean? Like crazy. So if y'all niggas could run up in here, bong, bong, bong. So he shows you like, yo, listen, man, I'm not no joke. You understand me? But I think understand you can actually go back and watch videos when he had the long braids and shit. He came in long braids wearing the Confederate flag, and he used to be at these town hall meetings, at these Senate meetings, and he used to stand up and speak for the community. And when he was speaking for the community, he was falling on deaf ears. You understand me? So then when he came out and spoke against the community, that's when everybody wanted to pay attention to him. So he's like, yo, I fought the character. You understand me? Because when I came on this shit, I tried to speak to y'all. It's kind of like Kevin Samuels. When he first came on the scene, he used to talk down on men. He used to talk down on men, and he built the audience of females that loved hearing him talk down on men. But him talking down on men didn't take off and didn't go viral. So when he started telling the same females that was fans of his about themselves, that's when he went viral, and that's when people started to hate him. But he tried to look like make it look like he was misogynistic and he just bashed females when he started off bashing men too. But y'all just didn't pay attention to him when he bashed men. So end of the day, man, people are just one sided, bro.
You know, one thing about this YouTuber lifestyle that I'm seeing, and I'm seeing a lot of real influence rise up, and I'm segueing into the second part of the discussion. When we think about someone influential, who has been for the last 2 decades more influential in the sports arena and in popular culture than LeBron James? LeBron James has amounts so much wealth, a billionaire, and has been the face of the NBA for forever, since his whole career. And arguably has put himself in the GOAT category. You know what I'm saying? And he's still playing at a very high level. And now he takes that high basketball IQ and gets into the arena of YouTube and streaming. Has a podcast now. I don't think I remember the name, but it's with Redick.
Mind the Game.
Mind the Game. Good title. I know a lot of people are scared because with LeBron comes, a bunch of fans. If not fans, haters too. And he's had that from day one. And I argue that you need both of them. You need supporters, and you need your naysayers, because your naysayers motivate you, and they're in the comments too. You know what I mean? And if you wanna comment and hate on me, why not? I get paid for it. But I want to definitely discuss, the move. Was it a prudent move? That's a question for you. Because like I think about the Gilbert Arenas podcast. I think about J. Mark Green, who's been doing very well, and of course, but All Smoke. I love the Knuckleheads, who's been around, I think, the longest out of some of the guys that I mentioned. You know what I'm saying? What do you think about this new podcast and LeBron James' move into that arena?
I think it's basketball algebra. It's for the purists. I think what they did was create a new lane for sports podcasting, which has been deteriorating over the last 25 years since Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith ruined sportscasting. They made it about the arguments, the debates, and not the actual game, not the ins and outs, the X's and O's, the intricate parts of the game. They made it about comparisons. They made it about bashing the new generation to praise the older generation. It was like they was in the pockets of Nike, the NBA, and Michael Jordan to protect Michael Jordan brand, because this is not even about Jordan and LeBron. This is about every other basketball player that came after Jordan. Nobody has a chance to be themselves. Everybody has to be compared to Jordan. A little young kid flies in the air. Anthony Edwards is coming to his own. He's the son of Michael Jordan. Why can't he just be the son of Anthony Edwards' father? You understand me? And it's like, I think it ruins the game. So by them doing this podcast, it actually, make a basketball fiend, a basketball junkie, somebody that actually loved the game. Could sit back and listen to two intellectual minds break the game down and shit. So when you watch the game, you can know what you're looking for. These guys that do these sportscasters, they don't give you that part. You understand me? They take away that part and make you focus on a bunch of shit that don't really matters. You understand me? The comparison don't matters. You taking away people's joy from the game and shit. I don't want to see LeBron James do what Michael Jordan do. I don't want to see I don't want to see Steph Curry do what Isaiah Thomas did. I just want to see Steph Curry do Steph Curry shit. LeBron do LeBron shit. James Harden do James Harden shit. Kawhi do Kawhi shit. Just let these guys be their own individual and trailblaze their own path. I think, honestly, Michael Jordan played in the weakest era of basketball. I don't think it was Michael Jordan here and everybody else was here. See, in LeBron era, it's LeBron, and then you got people here. But the gap wasn't that far. You understand me? The reason the gap is far with LeBron is through longevity and his IQ of the game. But with Michael Jordan and the guys that he played with, the gap was far. We have to be honest with ourselves. We have to be honest with ourselves. He played in a depleted era.
When I definitely agree with that. When we think about, if you look back and you look at Mike's physique, right, and you compare everybody that was a shooting guard to even a wing, a small forward, Mike had, if not one of, the best physiques, you know what I'm saying, in all of the NBA. You'd have to go to like David Robinson and not even Karl Malone, because Karl Malone was bulky, but he didn't have Mike's physique, meaning that he was lifting like players lift now. You understand?
Exactly.
And he had that, I think it was a 43 or 40 vertical. You know what I'm saying? So he had a vertical, but the biggest thing about Mike that made Mike a one-on-one in that era was his hands. Is that Mike had the ability to palm the ball, which made up for his lack of handle. You know what I'm saying? And I give it to him. He worked on his game. He worked on his footwork, and he got that jump shot that he didn't have when he came into the league. You know what I'm saying?
About it, I'm not here to cut you off. Ain't nothing I'm saying is a discredit to Mike. Mike is, of course, Mike was one-on-one. It's not. But he played in a weak era. Yeah, he played in a weak era, and I will never take it away from Mike because it's not Mike's fault that he was 10 years or 20 years above his peers in his competition. That's just further his greatness. You understand me? That he was so great that he was able to soar above, you know what I mean, the competition and make it look.
The man challenged himself. The man took 3 years off, bro. Came back and repeated again. Was it 3 years or 2 years off?
Yeah, but let's just stop that lie. He didn't challenge himself. He didn't leave.
I know it was the gambling.
You have to go. I'm gonna bring up the gambling. He ran away from the pressure. That was weak of him. You understand me? Because if in this day and age, if you put Michael Jordan at that time in this day and age in the social media era, Mike would have never came back. He would have never came back the first time after retiring. So he ran away because he was mentally weak at the time. Let's just call it what it is. He was mentally weak. He had to regain that mental strength back to come back and become great again, even though he came back and was on time. But that move right there was a mentally weak move, and I don't care what nobody tells me.
You know, I don't want Mike to overshadow the conversation, but you see, when you mention LeBron James, for whatever reason, I think subliminally, we've been programmed to mention Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to stay on that for too long, because I tell you the truth, when I look at the pressure that LeBron James has overcame and still has to deal with on a day-to-day basis, right? Mike didn't have to go through that. Mike had moments where, there was no cameras in his face. You know what I'm saying? It's very rare that this kid could have stepped outside of his home and not have a camera in his face. You know what I'm saying? And he answered all of these questions. Even
the news cycle is different. The news cycle is 24 hours, and it's direct. is direct to the fans. The fans can open their phone and see something. Somebody could just see LeBron just going to the store and record him, and he don't even know it. You understand me? It's that Michael Jordan, he was able to skate. It was like a lot of like scandal free. Like they was able to bury a lot of shit before it got to the press. You understand me? Like
He was able to cheat on his wife in peace.
He could have done a lot of shit in peace. He could have murdered somebody in peace, and they would have do it under the rug and shit. So at the end of the day, he played in a lighter era. You understand me? A more when I say a more closed in era.
And let's talk about the elephant in the room.
Real quick,
the drug era.
But nah, keep all that thought. He really played in a secret society. Michael Jordan era was a secret society. This is why you see a lot of shit is unraveling from those times right now.
Because they picked who they wanted the face to be and made the rules fit their game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest. Like, remember the pity pat fouls Mike started getting? Come on. Let's be honest. You know what I'm saying?
That referee Tim Donahue that got caught for betting on the games, he got an interview where he said the league literally informed every referee to give Kobe extra calls so Kobe could score more points.
Facts.
Because they wanted to swoop him up next after Mike.
And man, I do want to talk about the podcast. I've seen a couple of episodes, right? And guys, if you don't understand what was going on, is that, right? I think that the GOAT conversation, right? Because of what Woj mentioned, the Stephen A's and all of these old fucking guys that, these gatekeepers that sat behind these desks for so long and schooled the narrative, made sure that no one would surpass Michael Jordan. They made sure that it's always an argument about this Jordan versus whoever, and not, hey, you know what, let's just embrace this new player and, let them grow, let them blossom. That's what he's talking about. Till so much I had missed, what was his name, man? And this was his line, work on your game, man. I forgot his name. Bill Walton.
Yeah.
These guys made me miss Bill Walton. Because I'm like, at least Bill Walton was honest about the game. He was not biased. He would say, yo, he was a diehard Laker, but he would speak the truth and be like, yo, man, Shaq, you need to lose weight. You need to work on your game. You can't play yourself in shape. You're going to get injured.
You mean a diehard Celtic?
Oh, yeah, diehard Celtic, my fault. But his son was on the Lakers, so yeah. Getting to the point though, man, like LeBron James doing this now and shuck it up because, why do we need Stephen A again? Why do we need these guys when the ball players who play the game can come and talk about the game, tell you the codes, tell you what they're thinking, what they saw, their insight? Remember, we know who LeBron is. We don't know who the fuck Stephen A is, that 1.7 points a game. Get out of here. His claim to fame is that you fucking rode Allen Iverson's coattail.
Coattail, basically. That's basically
coattail. That's your shit. Because he gave you some exclusive interviews, and then you stabbed him in his back. That's your claim to fame. But LeBron James, man, hats off, man. Thank you. More ball players, man. Take a career in your own hand. We want to hear from you. I do not want to hear from Stephen A. Smith. All right?
That's why I'm glad the Shannon Sharps, these guys took over their own destiny and control the narrative. Now controlling the narrative now. And I like that Shannon Sharp, once he got away from Skip, he went and brought Ocho in. Because he knew the issues Ocho had. Ocho was one of those guys, he was on these ESPNs and stuff. and then he got into a little situation with his ex-girlfriend, ex-fiance, and they try to blackball him. And Shannon knows that Ocho is a loving guy and shit. So to bring him back in that light and give people back to see that, Dad, we really miss Ocho. We love Ocho. Ocho don't really have a violent bone in his body. He's not a violent guy. Everybody makes mistakes and shit. You understand me? And then those see two black guys, you understand me, start their own little sports podcast, and it's taken off the way it do. It's amazing and shit. They talk about sports and then they talk about their personal life and shit. Like, you got episodes where Ocho's up there crying. You understand me? Anytime you mention his mom on the show, which probably would be every other 3-4 shows, he's gonna mention his mom. He mentioned his mom's, he's gonna start tearing and shit. Now, I mean, they show is real. There's times when he's him and Shannon doing the show, and his little kid, you know what I mean, wants his attention. It's a girl, so she want to be daddy's, and he got to hold her while the show going on. And it's just the fact that Shannon understand this is we keeping all of this. We keeping all of this. People gonna see the real us. So you get to see a different side of Shannon. Like, it's crazy because he has 3 different things. You got the Club Shay Shay, where you actually see him actually sit down and talk to people. And he's mad and personable. Like, he did an interview the other day with Glorilla, and she had him drinking Taylor Port on the show. You understand me? You know what I mean? And he fits into the person he's interviewing. Then you got him on First Take. You understand me? Where you got to be caught.
Can I jump in? Can I jump in for 1 minute? Yo, people, that's why the Cat Williams interview went bonkers. Because he allowed Cat to be Cat. All these haters that, yo, Shay, I got him. All these haters, they hated on Shay, calling him gay and all that shit because of the ratings from that interview. And they said, oh, they should have controlled Cat. Control Cat. Hold up, homie. You sound like one of them gatekeepers. You sound like one of them boys called you and said, I know you guys would have did better than that. You would have controlled them, right?
I would have took this out. I wouldn't have let him say this. I wouldn't have let him say that. I would have probably edited it down to, you understand me? And I think Shannon won right there. It's just allowing him to be himself. So it allows everybody else that goes up there, like, to be themselves and shit. Now, I mean, everybody's trying to, damn, fucking mustache, gotta cut this shit. Everybody's trying to catch a viral moment on that show now, right? But think about it. A lot of people don't even know. Shannon is going on 4 or 5 years doing this podcast. He started this shit in September during the pandemic. Shannon had 1 million subscribers before the Cat Williams interview. Shannon had viral interviews already and shit. Just like when he did the Steve Stout shit, and he was like, oh, somebody was like, yo, you need to get Dame Dash on the show now. And I'm like, yo, bro, I think Little Duval. He's like, yo, you need to get Dame Dash to speak his truth now. And I said, Little Duval, I'm like, yo, my nigga, Dame Dash been on the show.
With his dog.
Yeah. So I sent him the link, and then he deleted the tweet and shit. It's like, a lot of y'all just caught on to the nigga now. But y'all forgot about these other. He had the Brittany Renner interview when she said, I slept with 35 guys and shit. You understand me? That went viral last year. The Steve Harvey interview was like 8 million at the time and shit. You understand me? So he had his viral moments. He was going viral already. He didn't need Cat to go viral. What Cat did was so, like, let people.
Can I just part? See, what people didn't realize is that Cat was watching and seeing that Shannon was having those viral moments. Because if you remember, Cat quoted what people said over Shannon. So Cat is a student of Shannon's show and realized that that's the best platform for him to cake it off of, because he was about to go on tour.
Did you see his interview with Elon Musk?
Oh my! You see, I was going to segue into that, and you know,
because what's crazy is I don't want to take away from his interview with Cat Williams with Shannon Sharp. Excuse me, because his interview with Shannon Sharp was fucking amazing. Nothing. I watched that shit like 20 times. I don't watch interviews over and over again. But your shit, if that shit was so good, I watched it with amazing. I watched it. I watched it. That shit was like a movie that you loved and fall in love with. Right?
He lined everything up perfect, bro.
Exactly.
And I tell you one thing.
But real quick.
He wrote that shit. Go ahead. He wrote that shit.
Facts. But his Elon Musk interview is more important when it comes to this. Because he was talking some shit. He was talking some deeper shit than the Shannon interview. But that shit won't go viral as Shannon shit because it wasn't as black and white. It wasn't as canvas. You see, Shannon interview was black and white, straight to the point, the canvas. I'm shooting at this person.
Thinking.
Yeah, I'm calling this name out. You didn't have to think. You understand me? That was like drill rap or the new rap. You understand me? And then his interview with Elon Musk, like his interview with Shannon was him making a hit song, right? And his interview with Elon was him going back to the backpack roots.
Homie, did you see the interview with
Willie D?
Nah, the white guy, man. Cat went on his show. Damn, why am I not?
Listen.
Joe Rogan.
I'm fucking up by saying Elon Musk.
It's really Joe Rogan.
It's Joe Rogan I'm really talking about. The Joe Rogan interview. That's
all right. So, homie,
I'm not talking about Elon Musk. I'm really mean. I got Elon and Joe Rogan caught up. But the whole time I'm really talking about the Joe Rogan interview. The Joe Rogan interview, right? Is more deeper than that cat. That what's the name? But that's like that's backpack rap right there. So a lot of people don't want to think.
6 or 7 times, Joe Rogan said, "Yo, what kind of weed you smoking?" That's cold. If you know, you know. That's cold. If you know, you know. Like, yo, homie, you talking to yo, you get in trouble here.
He even made Elon.
Joe Rogan.
I see. I keep saying Elon and shit. I mean, Elon, give me some money. I mean, he I mean, fuck, I'm picking you up, man. But yeah, man. He even made Joe Rogan even to come to the church angle, and Joe Rogan is an atheist, known atheist. And he broke him down in a way where Joe Rogan had to respect him when he kept talking about the religion. And I mean, shit's crazy, dog. He's just amazing, my nigga.
Cat is not to be fucked with, all right? Yo, Cat is the undisputed king of comedy.
Yeah.
All right? This is my opinion.
Cat turned up 2024. Ever since Cat opened turned them keys on 2024, the shit that's been a non-stop show, bro.
Homie. Cat is undisputed king of comedy.
Uncle Murder could make a wrap up right now about this year. So much shit that went on this year so far, son, since the Cat Williams interview.
Yo, Cat was like the precursor for what we're seeing right now, the domino effect. Right. All the people he mentioned in that freestyle, hell is coming to them. You know what I'm saying? He like, damn, man, what the fuck did this nigga know? You know what I'm saying? Like, did he see the file?
and everybody responded to him, right? All these people that he called out responded to him, and nobody never said he said a lie. At all. Nobody said he lied through his response.
They just responded. Cedric, I ain't got no problem with you, Cat. Steve, Michael Blackson. Yo, so even Ice Cube was like, well, he wasn't going to get raped. Then what was he going to get there, Ice Cube?
No, but Ice Cube full of shit.
He wasn't going to get raped in the bathroom.
Let me tell you, Ice Cube full of shit, because let me call out Ice Cube, and you know I revere Ice Cube, right? I mean, if y'all don't know, we did a show. We deleted that episode. Y'all probably never see it. Well, before we rebranded, and we did a show about Ice Cube and Nas and shit. So, and I was on Ice Cube's side saying he's a better storyteller than Nas. So, I revere fucking Ice Cube. I just want to get that out the way. Ice Cube full of shit though. He's never gonna put rape in the movie. He's never gonna do that. Players Club.
Get upstairs.
Players Club. He allowed Shorty to get raped. You remember him and his man raped Shorty. Got Shorty raped. So what are we talking about, Ice Cube? Why are you lying? Why are you lying to us? We seen you do it in your movie. It looked like, right? Let me show you something. It looked like the fact that they didn't get that off in Friday, they got it off in Players Club. That's basically what that was, bro. They didn't get that scene off in Friday. Also, we're going to get it off in the next movie. And you know what? This is how we're going to get it off. We're not going to go the gay route. I don't want, and you don't think we're not bashing nobody. We just call it. We're not going to go, we're not going to go that route. The route that we're going to take, we're going to go a man raping female, the regular route and shit. It probably won't be frowned upon as much. I'm telling you, we came up in rape culture. Our era was rape culture. It condoned rape culture. Running trains on females, rape culture.
Yo, homie, I don't know if you remember this movie called Kids, right?
But I ain't never watched it. I gotta watch it.
Yeah, so it's a horrible movie. But like it captures New York. It captures New York. It captured, huh?
I said I love horrible movies.
Right? But there's lessons you can learn from the movie. So I'm gonna give you the gist of it. There's a kid that only fuck virgins. He like virgins. He got AIDS. You know he got AIDS. He's Ike with the Iverson jersey. You know what I'm saying? And he got AIDS, bro. And the girl that say like a year ago she lost her virginity to him, she's sick. And she thinking, damn, yo, something's wrong. She find out that she got AIDS, but she know that, yo, you know what? It only gotta be this dude because he's the only dude I ever slept with. You know what I'm saying? And so she's now en route to go confront him and let him know that, yo, you gave me AIDS, nigga. All through the movie after she find out. So she arrives there drunk and high at a party. You know what I'm saying? Waiting for this nigga. His man now is there at the party and she's knocked out. And the man takes off her underwear, slides in, and has sex with her while she's sleeping.
Wow.
She trying to wake up like, nah, get off me. Yo, bro, don't do it. Yo, I got the monster. At the same time, the movie ends at the same time, her homegirl, who's a virgin, who the dude with AIDS is with, he's having sex with this virgin girl. So you got two people catching AIDS at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And yo, I didn't think about this when I started telling the movie tale. But yo, man, why y'all having sex so early? Huh? Why y'all take sex so lightly? You know what I'm saying? Yo, cause the reason I ask is, you think that Jamaica is over sex? I'm in Jamaica. Yeah, I met girls that are in their 20s and they're virgins. It's hard to find that in the United States, bro. You know what I mean? There's girls, man, that they 21 and they had over 20-something partners already. They've been with 30-something men. Yo, mom, I don't want you. You've been used and abused, and you may not want me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just let y'all know that, yo, you gotta value your womb. A child comes from there, man. You just passing around like a cold. You know what I'm saying? And that line from Biggie, that's rape culture too, yo. So we're gonna talk about it, man. Like, you know, if we're gonna talk about brothers like Charleston White, we gotta give you a message.
Our next episode, we're gonna touch on that.
Like your message, that rape culture, man. Well, yo, guys, man, it was good talking to y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? It was a great episode. We didn't really deep dive into the LeBron James podcast per se, but know that podcast shook up the industry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think we deep dive on it. We didn't deep dive on it, but we gave them the if you understand what I said at the beginning of that shit when he asked me about it, when the bro asked me about it, and I said basketball algebra. This is for the junkies. If you really love basketball, if you a real fan of the game and just not a casual fan, you love the X's and O's, you love learning about the game. You just you can't get enough of, now I mean, son, learning the intricate parts of the game. Those are two great minds to hear talk about the game. You understand me? A lot of people don't know. A lot of you new kids don't know, but if you don't know, JJ Redick was a big deal in his college. JJ Redick was a big deal. So he could speak. And then he had a successful NBA career. He didn't have to be a superstar, but he had a successful NBA career. So at the end of the day, these are two, some knowledgeable guys talking about the game, and y'all could get I think it's gonna change the podcast it's gonna change the sports landscape, not only on podcasting, the way they introduce shows on TV. You understand me? You're gonna start wanting to hear these players talk about the game in a way that you don't hear these journalists talk about the game.
And lastly, what's going to happen is going to open up the jobs, for brothers like Mark Jackson, you know what I'm saying, the Avery Johnsons, and the other players that want to be coaches. Big up to Teron Rue, who's opening it up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of locked doors to players, man. You know what I'm saying? Because if you know players, bro, most NBA players after like 3 years of their career, 4 years of their career, they end up broke. For real. And so this job, you know what I'm saying? You got to think, why you think you still see Charles Barkley? You know what I'm saying? Doing a job, because he understands that if he didn't do that, he would have ended up broke. You know what I'm saying? Because he knows that these dudes from his era, that are broke right now. You know what I mean? And so, these avenues are real, man. And big up to LeBron James for just doing it. Because I know he got them phone calls like, yo, man, you taking food out of my mouth. You don't need the money. You know what I'm saying? And so he don't need the money. He did it because he's a purist. You know what I'm saying? And he's doing it because he loves it. You know what I'm saying? This man did not need to play for 20 years.
He did.
Just a little FYI. He didn't need the money. He loved this shit. He's competitive. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. And on that note, man, you know what I mean? All of y'all out there that picked up a mic and started recording, y'all got to stop, because we here for you. You know what I'm saying? We the best thing smoking out here. That real Zaza.
We out of here, man.
Come on, you gotta stop. You only guys worth watching.